So before I joined Farrell's, I had heard about it and I had heard about the 10-week challenge, but only because I had a few friends that had been involved with Farrell's for a year plus. So that's how I heard of the program and of the 10-week. Honestly, I hadn't really been very active, and I've been active my entire life. And I definitely saw that my body was changing in a way that I didn't really want it to change in that way. So after talking to my girlfriend who was part of Farrell's and seeing like her amazing results, I thought, why not? I have nothing really to lose and only really things to gain. And it seemed like a great program. So I thought, why not? Let's try it. Well, the time before I joined Farrell's, I was definitely at like a low point. In joining Farrell's, I don't think I had any really high expectations for myself. I think I joined because I really liked the program. I had done a yoga studio previously and hadn't seen great results. It was helpful for my back issues, but really hadn't seen great results. And that kind of fizzled out for me. And as I kind of stated previously, I never was really 4 or 5, 6 day a week exercise individual. So I think that my expectations for myself were really just to push myself to exercise 6 days a week, to follow the program as best I could, and to really just enjoy it and, see what happened. But I had seen it work for people, but I just kind of didn't want to set such an intense expectation for myself, just in case I was disappointed. Honestly, if you follow the program, there's really no way you're not going to do great. There's really no way that you're not going to see some type of result. I committed to 6 days a week. I never missed a class, and I followed the nutrition, I would say 95%. I mean, I definitely had a glass of wine here and there, but I rarely drank any alcohol, and I didn't really eat much sweets during that whole time. So yeah, I definitely committed 100%. When I went into my weigh-in, I was a little nervous, but I had ended up going down, I think 0.2% body fat, and then I had gained another 1.5 pounds of muscle. What's been really nice about Farrell's too is that it's such a community environment. So not only do I work out with my husband every day, but I also have friends that are part of Farrell's. So my girlfriend who introduced me to Farrell's is still part of the program. And then when we started the 10-week challenge, my husband and I, we also had 2 other couple friends. So 4 other individuals join the challenge as well. And they're all still a part of the program. So that's just been really fun to work out with your friends and your husband. We're very encouraging of each other. We have a group text message where we're always supporting our, the girls in the group. We're always supporting our workouts and our improvement. And if we're having an off day, we're really encouraging of each other. So that's been really helpful. And just the people I've met at Farrell, I went in thinking it was going to be a completely different vibe. And I just really like the welcoming aspect. I like that you're not pressured. If you have a cheat day or a cheat week or maybe a cheat month, you don't feel bad. People don't make you feel bad. And sometimes I think people have this idea in their mind of what gyms like this could be. And I just haven't had that experience at all. It's just been nothing but positive. So I started the 10-week challenge doing in the gym, and I was there. So I started in October, and I think I did the first month to month and a half at the gym. And then COVID kind of ramped up again, and we decided to go completely virtual, which means we've been doing Zoom from our basement since mid-November. So mid-November through now, we've been doing Zoom. And I was initially scared that it was going to be really difficult, but it actually has not been difficult at all. It helps to have my husband working out with me typically, and to have the support system of my friends that do Farrell's, but also having the Facebook community is really helpful. It's really uplifting and it's really motivating. What's nice is that if you don't have weights or you don't have a boxing bag, you can still absolutely work out. So shadow boxing, I'm burning just as many calories shadow boxing as boxing. I do have a boxing bag at home. I decided to get one, but you burn just as many calories, and the bands are just as good as the weights. I mean, I honestly prefer weights, but the bands are inexpensive, and you can have pretty much the same workout. And the Zoom, having the interaction on Zoom is really helpful because you're still being talked to. They're still encouraging you through the screen. They're still kind of like holding you accountable. And so there's really no way you can go wrong doing Zoom. You just have to show up at the time that the Zoom classes are offered. It's definitely been such a positive thing for a relationship too, because it gives us something to do together, and we can watch each other's improvement and just like be really encouraging of each other. And especially during this time, it's just been like this really awesome thing to have to do together. Yeah, he's super encouraging. I think like I get him to work out, but he really gets me to like push through some of the workouts. Like he's always like, come on, babe, you got it. Or like, and I kind of am like, I've like taken over the boxing bag. Like he just never uses it anymore. And I'm like, sorry, but like, yeah, I'm using it. But yeah, it's been really helpful to have that support. I think the Farrell's community has done a lot more for me than I thought it would. I feel amazing. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life, like even when I was like 16 years old. So I feel just really strong, like both physically and mentally, but it's an amazing thing to feel physically fit. I feel really confident and happy, and I'm getting a lot more sleep. I'm eating healthier. I just feel better overall. It was crazy because I didn't really see the change. I mean, I saw some changes, but like when you look at yourself, sometimes you don't really see the changes. And so seeing a picture was like really startling for me, like in a great way. I think at the 5-week weigh-in, I was shocked that I had, gained muscle and lost body fat. I like was not anticipating that. And so when the 10-week challenge came and I stepped on the InBody scan or the scale, I thought it was broken. Like I looked at Casey and I was like, I think this is broken. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, this can't be accurate. Like there's no freaking way. So I was really shocked by the results because I'd lost 13 pounds and I had gained like 3 or 4 pounds of muscle. So that was just insane to me. I was not expecting that. So I think I started with 32.6% body fat, and I think I was down to 24.4% body fat at the end. Seeing the body fat, it wasn't seeing the number on the scale of like my weight. It was seeing how much muscle I had gained and how much body fat I had lost. That was just really crazy to me. And then doing the test out and doing the measurements, I lost 4 inches in my hips. Like that's crazy. Like I said, the workouts are totally manageable. They're 45 minutes. So, I'm not a parent, but I feel like that seems very manageable. And it's a lot easier for me to like commit to a 45-minute workout versus an hour workout. I don't know why, but it is. So it's only 45 minutes. That was super easy. Eating, I still got to eat things that I like to eat. It wasn't like I was starving myself or I was, completely restricting what I ate. I had peanut butter cups for a snack or, those kind frozen bars are basically like a frozen Snicker bar. It wasn't like there was nothing that was like detrimental about it. It was making it definitely a huge change to my life, but it wasn't difficult. It was like a no-brainer after we did it, and especially even after 5 weeks, but after the 10 weeks was over, not just because I won and not just because I saw the results, but I just like felt better. But it was just like, this is actually fairly easy to do. You just have to commit. But once you commit, you realize it's like not, I don't know, it's not that hard because you just have to show up for 45 minutes a day. and like just treat yourself a little bit better with food, maybe, you know? Like I did yoga, but I was never consistent. I just couldn't commit. I was just always like, I'm not really a workout person. I'm not really like a fit exercise person. It's just like not my thing. Like just didn't seem like, nah, not interested. But the reality is like, you can be there's so many different kinds of, that's what I love about Farrell's too, is that there's so many different kinds of people at Farrell's. It's not just like one, you know, demographic, basically. There's just so many different kinds of people, and it just feels really positive. So like, you know, I'd go to the yoga studio and there'd just be like tons of super skinny blonde women, you know, and it was like intimidating and kind of annoying. And you go to Farrell's and there's just like so many different types of people, and everyone's just there. I mean, everyone has their own goals, but everyone's just there to like feel better, whether it's mentally, physically, or both mentally and physically. And you just kind of support each other. And no one's like, I don't know, I don't feel judged, and I'm definitely not judging people. So, and honestly, if I look around the gym or on Zoom, I'm just watching how hard people are working, and it's pushing me to work harder. I'm not like, oh, that person's like not doing this, or like, you know, it's just like, it pushes me to work harder. If I look around and I see like, oh, this person's like busting ass right now, like I should be like busting ass too, you know, especially like beginners that come in, because you don't just like walk in a gym and everyone's not just like just super fit and just like, you know, I thought before I went there that I was going to walk and it was just going to be like all bodybuilders basically. And like some people definitely are like that, but like there's just other people that are just like working on their fitness, just like, you know, maybe they want to get super fit, and maybe they're just trying to like lose like a little bit of weight and just like get better about eating. But like I said, like the variety makes it so much more comfortable. I can commit to an exercise program, right? Like I never thought I could, but it's like I've kicked ass. I feel so great. And now I don't have to wear, now I've never worn a non-high-waisted swimsuit like in my entire life. Plus I just like the style, but like I finally bought these like skimpy swimsuits, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wear them. It's just so nice to like work out with women and support each other and encourage each other and just, you know, validate each other. And it's, I don't know, it's just been this really fun experience for all of us. And I've never felt, I really genuinely like all of the instructors, and I genuinely feel that they actually care about like me and my progress and are so encouraging. It doesn't feel fake. And sometimes I feel like you go to gyms and you just get like that vibe of like, they're just here to like make money or like whatever, like build their own brand or whatever. But it doesn't, like, I genuinely feel supported, and that I've created some great friendships with, you know, some of the instructors too, because it's just, I don't know, like I just like they're rooting for me, like I'm rooting for them, and it just like feels super legitimate. Like, I don't feel any differently on Zoom than I did at the gym. Like I feel just as encouraged, you know, just as pushed to, you know, do more. I have like Anna being like, come on, Brittni, I see you, like pick up that purple band. And I'm like, my flexibility has significantly increased, and like way more than it did when I ever did yoga. So yeah, I am much more flexible, and my like range of motion is so much better. And I think it's definitely helped with like my back and my hip issues. So I was a person who like kind of commit to a workout for like a tiny bit and then be like, no, thank you. So I had done like, not for me, I'm not this type of person. I had done, let's see, I had an LA membership. I did Win at Life boxing, which was like an like Eden Prairie. So I was like kickboxing. And I think I did that off and on, I don't know, for like maybe 2 to 3 months. And I was definitely not like super consistent. So maybe I went 1 time a week, maybe I went 4 times a week. But like, no. I was super nervous starting Farrell's because I was like, there's no freaking way that I'm going to work out 6 days a week. Like, no way. That is not, like, that sounds so difficult and so hard. I was so anxious about it. And then you just do it and you're like, why was I so anxious about this? It's like,